Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a how to play and playthrough of Marvel Dice Throne, which is for 2 to 6 players, takes about 30 minutes for ages 8 and up. Now this is the complete set that was available through the Kickstarter. I don't know how available that is through retail, but you can get a 4-pack, and then there's two 2-packs, so you can get all 8. This comes with Black Widow, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, Loki, and Thor. We are going to play with Spider-Man, and this is the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man, so that's the multiverse version, a different universe, not the Peter Parker one, and then Black Panther. So I know that these two come in different sets, unless of course you get the complete set that we have. So this is a 1 versus 1 dice rolling game that uses Yahtzee mechanics, where you can roll the dice up to 3 times, with collectible card game type mechanics similar to Magic the Gathering. Each character starts out with 50 health points. The object of the game is to knock out the other hero. When somebody reaches 0, they're out, and the game ends immediately. However, it does say in the rules that it's possible that both heroes can get knocked out at the same time, and then it's a draw. Now, how does that happen? Well, if I do damage to Julie, Spider-Man has 2 different defenses. But Julie's defense, when she defends, she can also do damage to her attacker. So that's why that could happen. So you start with 50 health. It could go up to 60. You can improve it. And you have a dial here to keep track of your combat points that you use to play cards. You start out with 2. And this can go up, I believe, to 16. Nope, 15. So you can go up that high. Each character then gets 4 cards that you draw from your deck. Now, some cards are generic that all players have. And then some cards are only unique to that hero. When you pick your hero, you may wonder, well, since you got different ones, which ones should we play? Well, we like to play the easiest ones first, and you'll see on the back of each character card there's a number here, numbered 1 through 6. So Spider-Man is a 2 out of 6, so he's easier to play, and so is Black Panther. And so they'll include rules here on the back of these cards, how to deal with different situations with their abilities. And then this goes over their abilities, and you get tokens that you can use for it, which I'll go over in a moment. But let's take a look at the turn sequence, because once you're set up, each character, like I said, health dial, combat points, gets 4 cards, you get your 5 dice, you put your tokens over to the side, and then you review what your abilities are. Let's take a look at the turn order. By the way, you can use this with the other Dice Throne sets. So the Upkeep Phase, this means that you may have to revolve some status effects. So if a token was placed on your character, something that you placed that you want, or something that your opponent placed that might harm you, you may have to deal with that. We'll go over that in a moment here. So Income Phase, you gain 1 combat point and draw 1 card. However, it's important to note that it is in the rules that it can be missed that the person that goes first does not get their Income Phase. We're going to roll a die. Whoever rolls the highest will determine who goes first. And you'll see there's 2 main phases here. So the main phase is that you can play ability upgrades, which are cards that to improve your basic abilities on your character board. You can also play main phase cards. They're color-coded in blue. So Julie here has a main phase card. It's color-coded in blue. And what does it cost? How do you play it? Well, see that 1 CP there? It costs 1 command point. So this is why you get that income, because it's limited. Some cards can cost as much as 3 command points to play. So this says here, energize, roll 1 die, gain half the value as kinetic energy. And I'll explain what that is for Black Panther. Now the power-up card, Julie got 2 of these. This will improve her basic board. And it costs 2 command points. Notice it says level 2 here. And this has to do with when you roll certain dice faces, and if you get that set of dice faces, you get to do this effect. It says triple threat 2. Some heroes and other sets could even go to a level 3. And a buried rule in here is that if you can skip levels. You don't have to have level 2 to upgrade to level 3. Level 3 might cost 3 command points. But if you do have a level 2 already in play and you want to upgrade to a level 3, you only pay the difference. So let's say triple threat level 3 costs 3 command points, would actually only cost you 1 to play then, because if it did cost 3 command points, 3 minus 2 is 1. It would only cost you 1 to upgrade this to level 3 if you played it first before level 3. I don't know if there's a triple threat level 3. I'm just letting you know in some sets you do have other upgrades. So you can play those main phase cards and your upgrade cards, and they're color-coded white and blue. You can also sell cards. So let's say you don't have enough command points to play something. Well, you can sell a card that you want to play for 1 command point. Then we go to the offensive roll phase. You'll take your 5 dice and roll them up to 3 times. You can put some aside on your first roll, change your mind, and re-roll them on your third roll if you wanted to. The point is, though, after 3 rolls, unless you play cards to modify those rolls or use tokens to modify those rolls, you will assign them to your abilities that you have on your character. Now, targeting roll phase is when you're playing with 2 or more players. That can matter in different player modes. Here, we don't have to worry about that because we're doing a 2-player game. Then you get your defensive roll phase if your character has defensive roll. So if I do attack Julie and do damage to her, she'll get her defensive roll phase, which may be able to limit the damage, or she may be able to hit me back. Then you get main phase again. This is where you can play cards that you might have held back or to sell them. You might be thinking, well, why would I want to sell stuff on my main phase too? Because you may want to have some command points to play cards on another player's turn. Notice this is color-coded orange. Well, you have orange roll phase cards right here that you can play. It will say if you can play it on your turn or another character's turn. This says change the value of 1 of your dice to a 6. So I know now that I can only play this on my turn because it says your dice and would cost 1 command point. So that's
combat point.
Combat point. I'm used to saying command point because there's games where that's what it's called. So I slip up on that all the time.
It's okay.
This one says here, a chosen player prevents 6 incoming damage. Now, in a 2-player game, you're going to choose yourself. But if you're playing team mode, you would play it on your team member.
You don't want to give it to me?
No, because this is a player elimination game.
So not nice.
This one here, your spider sense. Now, this is unique to Spider-Man.
Oh.
Those other cards might have been something that all characters have. I haven't looked at the decks enough. Your spider sense defense ability succeeds on, now what that means, on the web symbol here.
Okay.
Instead of the Spider-Man symbol. So it makes it easier for me to defend.
Oh.
Now, some of the cards will be, you can modify the dice roll of your opponent. So let's say Julie gets her ultimate attack here. She needs these,
Panthers.
the Panther symbol is 6s. She needs 5 6s. I may have a card to change that so she doesn't get her ultimate attack. And you'll see why I will want to prevent that in a moment. Now, there's one other card type. These are instants. They can be played anytime on your turn or someone else's turn, if the situation arises. So I could spend 2 command points and draw 3 cards. Usually you're going to want to do it on your turn. But if there is a situation where I want to draw 3 cards and maybe get something to impact Julie's dice rolls, I might play that on her turn and get 3 cards. And then I might get an orange card that I can use to change her dice results. So let's take a look at the dice. So each character has their own set of dice, and they're etched dice, which are really nice. And it tells you what the symbols mean. So I have a thrip, which is the sound that's in the comic book when he shoots his webs.
Oh.
Okay, that's what that's from.
Okay.
You have a web symbol and a spider symbol. Read Black Panther symbols, please.
I have slash, vibranium, thank you, and panther.
Okay. And you'll see that each die not only has those symbols, but a number. So usually your lowest one, like how do I pronounce it again?
The thwip?
Thwip. And Julie's slash, that'll be 1, 2, 3. So it's the same symbol, but with different numbers, because you can do straights, just like in Yahtzee, small straights and large straights. There also might be situations where you want 3 of a kind, like 3 3s. That can happen with some heroes. Then you'll see the web is my 5 and 4, and then my spider symbol is 6. Now Julie will have the same numbers as well. Now, what are we doing on our turn? basically most of the action is going to come when we're rolling the dice. I mentioned the main phase where you can play cards and sell cards. But you'll see right here, Spider-Man can punch. So after I roll the dice 3 times, and I don't have to roll it 3 times, I can roll it once and like what I have and use it. I'll be dealing damage. Notice that damage there has a white symbol around it. That's going to be defendable damage, which I'll explain what that means in a moment. The combo is a 5 damage, and then I gain a combo token, which I'll go over that ability in a minute. That's really good to get if I can get that, because then I'll get to attack again. And then here I have wall crawler. I do damage, and I get invisibility token, which I'll explain. And then here I get spider reflexes. I can roll. This is where you get a result. Then you might roll dice again to deal damage equal to the total roll value. So I can do up to 12. But if the final roll value is 5 or less, I gain a combo. Now this is where you get those straights, because it doesn't give you the numbers, because you could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you get the point. Deal 5 damage, and I inflict a web. I'll explain what that is too. A large straight, you draw a card, deal 8 damage, and then inflict a web as well. Here you get venom punch, gain invisibility, and then deal 7 undefendable damage. So notice all the other damages have been defendable. Notice it has a red circle around it. This can be hard to see in some boards because of the graphic design. But that's a 7 with a red circle around it. We'll explain that as well in a moment. Now I have 2 defense that I can choose from. I can do a counter punch where I can hit back, or I can do this right here and try to reduce damage. So I do spider sense or a counter punch. Now I'm going to explain my abilities here real quick before. Part of this game is learning how your character works, and for a while you'll play the same character before you switch up for variety. So notice you see here on our tokens, and Julie will have different tokens for Black Panther. It says stack limit 1. That means you can only have one of those symbols, one of those tokens at once. But you may wonder, why do I have 2? Because sometimes characters can steal your tokens, and then they could use it. So that's why they gave you 2. So perform another offensive roll phase. If I get this, so this is why I want to get Kakambo, because then I can immediately go again and attack the same player. In a 2-player game would be Black Panther. Web is nice because the next attack that I do is undefendable. That means Julie will not be able to hit me back with her defense attack if I web. And it's stack limits 1. That means I can only put a web on one character. And then here, invisibility, that means I can defend against undefendable damage because I become invisible. So that's pretty cool. But it says the token may not be transferable. So that's important. Sometimes tokens can be taken with cards, but then it will tell you if that token can, and this one cannot. All right, so let's see Black Panther. Go ahead.
Sure. Let me just get my dice out of the way. There you go, honey.
So Black Panther, this is pretty typical. Almost all characters will use their 1, 2s, and 3 dice on 1, 2s, and 3s, which is the slashes, and for Spider-Man, it's the thwip. It just does damage. However, this is undefendable damage. I do not have that one, so each character is different. Her strike there, her stealth strike, does undefendable damage, but it's only 3. That means I don't get to roll my defense dice against it. Energy absorption. This is passive. Some of these are in effect, you don't have to assign dice to it. So this is good that we're going over this, because I forgot that the Black Panther had this. It says here, whenever damage is successfully dealt to you, gain 1 kinetic energy. And you'll see why that's good for Julie to get that. Here you have heart-shaped herb, gain vibranium suit, gain 3 kinetic energy. Again, I'll go over that in a moment. Here is her small and large straight. Notice she gets kinetic energy, just like you saw. I don't know if the comic book has it. I assume it does. But definitely in the movie, you saw Black Panther getting hit, and he was able to expel that energy after it built up and use it as an attack. Here you have ancestral power. Get 4 Panthers, which are the 6s. Gain vibranium suit, gain 2 kinetic energy, and then deal 4 undefendable damage. And then she has this one right here, triple threat. She can draw a card, and she rolls 2 dice, and she'll add even more damage to that depending on what she rolls. And then here is her defense, or she could even damage me. So if I do defendable damage, she can basically punch me back. But if it's undefendable, she can't use this attack. Now let's take a look at your... Let me put this down first.
Oh, sure.
Hang on. Okay.
Here you go, sweetie.
Now, the reason why Black Panther is a 2, because there's not a lot of going on here, and the same with Spider-Man. And that's what we like when we're playing a new set. So what is kinetic energy? Well, every 2 kinetic energy she has, she increases her attack damage by 1. So if it says 6, and she has 4 of these, it actually would be 8 damage. Upon reaching the stack limit, which is 8, when she has 8 of these, she basically expels it immediately. And it can happen on my turn. She'll gain 2 combat points, draw 2 cards, and deal 5 undefendable damage, which means I cannot use my Spider Sense or Counterpunch. Vibranium Suit. Now this cannot be removed, because you'll see when Julie gets this, I'm probably going to try to...
It can be removed.
Okay, it can be removed, but I can't transfer it. No. That's what I meant. It can't be transferred. You'll see if Julie gets this and I have a card, I'll make her lose it. Because the player with this token may spend it to prevent 3 damage. So you'll see that I'll make her lose that token at times.
You do it all the time.
Well, the last time we played, I did. So that is our abilities. And the tokens, the last thing I need to go over is that tokens are like instants. And there's a stack that's created. So if Julie does something on my turn, I might play a card, say, no, you don't, I do an instant. She might play an instant then. Well, how do you resolve that? Because all these instants or tokens, which are considered instants, are going back and forth. Well, the players whose turn it is, their instant goes off first. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of a buried rule in there as well. It's in there. You just got to remember it.
It makes sense, though.
Well, in some games, like Magic the Gathering, you create what's called the stack.
Oh.
They don't do that here. Oh. They say, it resolves first based on player order.
Gotcha.
Now, the last thing to go over, this is probably the most confusing thing. Oh. Normal damage, undefendable damage, pure damage, collateral damage, and ultimate damage. This chart we keep open to remind us, normally we're doing normal damage. Those are the damage with the white circles, which means it can be defended. We'll get our defense. You can avoid it if you have a token, for instance, or a card, and you can modify it up or down. So you'll see that when we do damage, we might play cards or use tokens to make it, like with Julie's kinetic energy, will make it go up. Or I might play a card to make her energy or make her damage go down. Mm-hmm. Undefendable, notice you can't defend against it. So I won't be able to use my Spider Sense or Counterpunch, but there's an exception. If I have my invisibility, I can spend that token and defend against it. It is avoidable, though, if you have a card, for instance. It can be modified up or down. Pure damage, it will tell you what pure damage is. It comes up every now and then, depending on the hero you're playing. It can be avoided. Now, collateral damage, this is usually in group situations where you can damage every opponent. So if you're playing 2 versus 2 and I do collateral damage, I can hit the person I targeted and their ally. Now, ultimate damage, this is the thing that you go for. This is to push your luck element, like in Yahtzee. It can only be modified up. Once it takes effect, if I get my 5 6s, my 5 spiders, and Julie gets her 5 panthers, you can play those orange cards to modify to change the dice or make them roll again. But once you're done changing the dice, once the ultimate attack happens, you can't defend against it. You can't avoid it with cards or any tokens or abilities. And if it is modifiable, it can only be modified up. In other words, the damage can be increased. The damage cannot be decreased. And so we keep this chart out.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So now we're going to play. And we're going to roll the die to see who goes first. So I'm going to roll on your board, sweetie. Hang on.
Oh, sure.
Uh-oh.
You go first. I only got a 3.
Sometimes you don't want to go first. Does it say you can choose?
Nope, you have to go first.
I don't think it says that. Yeah, I'm only going to look it up because we play so many games. Sometimes you doubt yourself.
I like my way of thinking.
Let's see here. Roll the die. The player who rolls the highest number is considered the start player and gets to go first.
See?
It doesn't say choose. Some games do say that. So
poor
I
guy.
was right. So here we are.
He just wanted another combat point, that's
Well,
why.
that's the thing. when you don't go first, you don't get that combat point.
That's
You don't get
right.
to draw another card, because I would like to have gotten an upgrade.
I don't blame you, honey.
And I think I will use my 2 combat points
Okay.
to play this instant right now.
Wow. What does that give you, honey?
Gives me a new car.
Oh, a new car?
Yes.
I like our car.
It gives me 3 cards.
Nice.
Because
Maybe you'll
I
get...
could sell stuff.
True. Did you get...
I did not
Oh,
get any upgrades.
bummer.
But I got 2 main phases. Let's see what I got. Even though I don't have any combat points, let's take a look at what I can do.
Okay.
Because I might sell some cards. Okay, Tingling. Roll a die on a spider gain combo. Oh.
Wow.
And invisibility. On any other outcome, draw a card.
And it's a promo card.
Is it? Oh, I did not know that I put the promo cards in here. So you might not have this in your your retailer version. I will play this because it causes 0 command points.
Yeah, I would do that too.
So I'm going to do that right now.
Sure. Good luck. You got a
On a
web.
5. On a 6, I didn't get a 6.
Oh, bummer. Sorry,
But
honey.
I get another card. And I still did not get an
Oh,
upgrade.
shoot.
Here's my other main phase card. Vegas, baby. Roll the die, gain the half number of command points. Yes, I'm going to do that because that's a 0 cost.
There you go.
And round it up, so I get 2.
Nice.
Now let's take a look at my cards here. I'm not going to show them on camera. Change the value of one of your dice to the identical value. So the reason why I'm looking at these, this costs 1, because if I get an ultimate attack, and if I have a situation like this, and I'm missing 1 6-sided die, I can play this to make this into a 6. This is here. Discard invisibility and to prevent 3 damage. Well, I don't have it yet, so I could sell that. It's a 0 command point cost. Choosing player prevents 6. I can choose myself. I'm going to keep that one. Now, normally Julie would not know this. We're playing open. Your spider sense defense ability succeeds on webs, so that's good for that. It is a 1 command point cost, combat point. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6, and this costs 1. So I need to sell one. Let's see here. Because I have 2 cards I can change the values of 6. Oh, I have 2 combat points. Okay, then I'm done.
I thought you got rid of them.
My point is, if I want to play these 2 cards, I need 2 combat points, and I have 2.
No, but I thought you went down to...
Don't you remember I played this to get, and I rolled a 3 and I
Oh,
got a 2.
yes.
How quickly we forget.
So I'm not worried about looking at his cards because obviously I won't remember.
Okay, here I go.
Okay, good
So
luck.
that was the main phase. I don't have any upgrades to play because I'm not lucky like Julie. I didn't draw well. I did play 2 main phase cards, and I didn't sell any. So now I'm going to the offensive roll phase.
Oops.
Okay, I'm going to try to go for the ultimate attack. Oh, here we go.
You might get it.
Okay, I am going to get it.
Oh.
Because I'm going to change the value of one of your dice to be identical. That costs me 1 command point. So I'm going out swinging here. No mercy. Just like in Karate Kid, show no mercy. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6. So that costs also 1 combat point. So, I don't know what Julie has. But Julie has a chance. I'm going to do Venom Shockwave. Do you have any cards to change those dice values?
Nope.
So I got lucky. You sure that instant can't do it?
No.
Okay. So I get my ultimate attack out. I gain invisibility. So I put it here on my little board here. Inflict web. So that means that on Julie's turn, if she does undefendable damage to me, I can defend against it because the web has hindered her. So you just put this right here as a reminder, and that will go away when she does an attack. Then I deal 13 undefendable damage. Now, if I could modify it, if I had any cards or tokens, I could do that, but I don't have anything. So Julie takes 13.
Is that 47 then?
It's 37.
37. Okay.
Okay, so I got lucky that turn.
Yeah, you did.
Now I do the main phase again.
Yep.
But I could sell cards, which I might to prevent damage here. I'm going to hold off because this is a 0 cost.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. So I am done. So now I'm going to go to Julie's turn.
All right, I'm going to get my combat point.
And you get a card.
And I'm going to get my card.
So that's a roll face card. So you going to upgrade anything?
Yeah, I am going to actually upgrade my triple threat.
Oh, by the way, you did take a damage, right?
Oh, yeah, I did.
So you do
Took
get
a lot of damage.
You took a kinetic. You get a kinetic energy. So you got to remember to do that. So remember in pairs.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to put that here like this?
Yeah, so I can...
Okay.
You have to see... Okay, I'm going down to 1.
Oops.
Because my triple threat cost 2, and I was at a 3, so...
Okay. Do you want to sell a card to play another upgrade?
Yeah, actually... I will sell this card.
Okay, so Julie sold this for 1 combat point. So move your dial up so people understand the process. And then you're going to play that for 2 combat points.
So now I have 0.
Okay, so Julie got 2 upgrades out, which is going to make her more deadly.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Well, not what you wanted, though, probably. You going for a straight?
No, just let me think, please.
So Julie has 2 more rolls.
Okay. I'm going to deal 6 damage. Do vibranium claws.
Okay, so that is a...
You can defend against it.
Right, and my web says here... Let me look at my web again. I think it's the next attack, and it goes away no matter what. The coming attack is undefendable. Okay, so it's the next attack. Oh, I misread that. We played it correctly before. It means my next attack is undefendable, but I did an ultimate attack, so it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
But you got webbed after I attacked you.
Yeah.
So that means that it stays there until I attack you.
Okay.
I thought it... So I was just having a false memory there. I thought it was... it slows her down. See, this is why you reread rules. Okay, so that web is going to affect you when I attack you next time. So you did how much damage to me?
6.
6. I do get to defend.
Yes.
I'm just going to be... I'm going to do counterpunch. I could try to reduce it by half if I get a 6. So I would get 2 dice. Mm-hmm. But I want a counterpunch. I did get 2 thwips, so that means I do 2 undefendable to you. So you're down to 35, and you do get a kinetic energy. So does that mean that the web's gone? Let me see.
And don't you take 6 damage?
Yeah, I will in a minute. On the subsequent turns, when a player afflicted with this token is attacked with normal damage. Okay, with normal damage. It does say that. You just got to read it, and it explains it.
Okay.
And I am down to... Oops. You did 6, right?
Yeah.
Down to 44. Anything else you want to do? You have another main phase. Any cards you want to sell or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks.
So my turn. I get 1 combat point. Now, I could have played one of these cards to reduce that damage, but I'm saving it because she didn't do a lot to me. See, I got another roll phase card. I can perform an additional roll attempt for 1 command point. I'm not gonna sell anything, and I'm not gonna. So I'm keeping it the same. I'm not.
Did you get your combat point?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Because I only have one. Ooh. I can gain invisibility when I already have it. 6/5, huh? Okay, I'm going to go for my combo.
Okay.
I got it. So I stop here. So I deal 5 damage, and I gain combo. So the first thing you do, the next attack is undefendable with the web. You take 5 damage. Now, I'm going to spin my combo. And I'll show you what that means. If your offensive roll phase resulted in an attack, you may spend this token at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive roll phase. If spent, immediately target the same opponent with an additional offensive roll phase. You can only spend once per turn. So Julie didn't get to use her defensive roll phase. Doesn't mean I can't do it still.
Okay. It's all right. I got my kinetic energy for that.
But let me... Did you get your kinetic energy? Yes.
I just did.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Okay. Sometimes you read the back sheet to make sure I'm interpreting it correctly.
And you're doing it right?
As far as I know.
Okay, good.
So now I am going to spend that token and attack you again. Do another roll phase. It's the same opponent. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I'll go for a straight.
You got
2,
it.
1.
Wow.
I'm getting really lucky tonight.
Yes, you are. Good for you.
Here, I draw a card.
Okay.
Gain invincibility.
You already have it.
Deal 8 damage, then inflict web. So not this attack, but a future attack will be undefendable. So you can defend against this. Yep, you get another kinetic energy. How many do you have there? Look.
4.
I cannot see on camera what you have, baby.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I deal 2 undefendable damage to you.
Okay.
And how much? I already took my 5. So.
No, I deal 8 to you.
Oh.
That was the last turn. Okay.
22?
What was it at before?
It's at right now.
Oh, 30? Oh, so yeah, you go to 22. That's correct. I didn't know if you changed it already.
No.
Now I still have my second main phase now. I think I'll sell this for 1, just in case I want to change. I want to defend against you.
All right.
So my invisibility can change an undefendable to defendable, except ultimate. I can't do it on an ultimate.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Your turn.
Right.
Did you get your combat
Yeah,
point?
I did.
Well,
I
you gotta
just
put
did
it
it.
up on the board. I can see it. Did you get anything that you want?
Not really.
What about-
Yeah, here we
Yeah.
go. I want that.
You're gonna draw 3
2
cards?
cards. 2 cards.
2 cards. Okay.
Oh, nice. And I will do this right away because it's 0. I get 2 combat points.
Okay.
All right. All right, it's time to roll.
Now read your cards because there's probably things you can modify. And
Yeah,
get,
I
and get
can
your
when I
ultimate.
attack.
Okay. And keep in mind, you have 4 kinetic energies. You're going to do +2 damage.
That's true. Oh, yes.
Yeah, see, I knew you were going for that.
Last time. Oh,
Well, what cards do you
that's
have?
okay. I can do
What does these cards modify? Read each one.
change the values of any 2 dice, but it's 3 and I only have 2.
Well, you could have sold one.
I don't want to sell.
Well, the point is, that's a missed opportunity because you could have sold one before this turn. But that's
That's all
okay.
right. All right,
You're not going to do anything else?
I'm going to do this. I deal 3 undefendable, 3, 4, 5 damage.
5 undefendable.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to spend my invisibility, make it defendable, which means, and I'm going to do my counter punch. I'm still going to take 5 damage. I might as well mark that now before I forget. It's too bad I didn't have it there. I deal 1 damage to you and it's undefendable. But you get a kinetic energy. Pretty soon here, Julia's going to explode out.
Yep. Okay, I'm done.
You don't want to sell any cards or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I like my dice.
My turn.
My cards.
I get a combat point. I get a card. Tip it. Increase or decrease any die the value of 1. I cost 1 combat point.
That's not bad.
I have 3. So I have plenty of combat points. I don't need to sell anything. And by the way, there is a limit. You can't have more than 6 at the end of your turn, and basically you'll sell any excess for combat points. And here I go. So Julia has 21 health left. I'm getting really lucky. Usually I don't do this well. I'm going to try to go for my combo again.
Okay.
I'm not getting it. Okay. So I'm going to do 6 damage. It is undefendable because of the web. So that token comes off that I had here. And you do get a kinetic energy though. So now you'll be doing plus 3 damage.
And how much damage?
It's 6.
15, I think.
What did you have? 21?
21.
Yeah, 15.
Are you done?
Now let me think here. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Your turn. You went up a command point and you get a new card. So you got cards to manipulate dice. Wow, already. And you got 3 combat points.
Okay, I'm going to spin this, change the value of any 2 dice,
Okay.
and go down to 0.
Let me see if I have anything. And you're going to select, of course, the
Oh, yeah, the ultimate.
ultimate. Let me see if I have anything to change the value. See, this one says the chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt. I'm not going to play that on you because you won't do it. Now, I could increase or decrease any die by the value of 1, which I will.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this instead. So the 3, I'm going to only do these 2. So I can change the value of one of my dice to 6 and change the value of one of your dice to be identical to another one. So at least it saves me 1 combat point.
Okay. Well, I am going to change 1 die.
Oh, God.
This is how you avoid that ultimate attack. So I'll change this
Doesn't matter.
to a 5. Well, you still can do this. Do you have anything you can use
No,
to
I
change it
can't.
back?
I'm going to do this. I gain my vibranium suit,
Okay.
and I gain 2 kinetic energy, but I already have all my kinetic energy, so now I explode.
Okay, well, first, no, you don't explode yet.
Okay.
You do this first.
All right, I deal 4 undefendable damage to you.
4 undefendable
4,
plus
5, 6,
4.
7, 8.
8 undefendable. So hang on, slow down. So you do that damage first. Okay? I'm going to defend.
I'm actually missing one of my vibranium.
No, there's...
My kinetic energy is 2, 4, 6, 7. I should have 8.
Sure it's not underneath the board? Well, what's your stack limit?
8.
It's not underneath the card? Okay, we'll look for it later.
All right.
But you did have 8 there.
I do have 8.
Okay, well, first, you're doing 8 damage to me.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay? And then I did a counter punch. I do 1 damage to you.
Okay.
So I'm down to 29.
I have 14.
Actually, I think I'm going to play a card to reduce that. I'm going to choose... The chosen player prevents 6 incoming damage, so I get 6 back. Cost me 1 combat point. So I'm back to 35. Because you actually only did 2 damage. Now, when you explode, what happens?
I put all these over here. I immediately remove my energy, which I did. I gain 2 combat points.
Okay.
I draw 2 cards, and I deal 5 undefendable damage to you.
Okay. Was this damage undefendable?
Yep.
Then why did I roll?
I don't know. I said it was undefendable.
Did I have a web on you?
No?
I think I did have a web on you. I did.
All right. Well, there you go. I don't know. I've run enough time keeping track of what I'm doing.
I might have done. I don't think I did that wrong, but you just did 5 to me, right?
Yes, and you cannot defend.
Okay, so I'm down to 0. I think I had a web on you.
You
Hard
might
to
have,
remember.
honey. I don't know.
Hang on now.
I don't know.
Because I'm distracted by the fact that you're missing a token. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yes, I found it. That was me. I was the one who unpacked it.
Thank you.
Here you go.
That's all right, honey. Thank you.
Okay. So, can you try to put it on camera, sweetie?
I will.
What else are you going to do?
That's it. I'm done.
I hope I didn't mess that up. Where I'm pretty sure I had a web on you.
If you didn't, it's okay too. I'm not upset either way. I'm having a good time.
Or did I spend my invisibility? I think that's what I did.
Sweetheart, I have no idea what you did or didn't do.
Oh well. I'm having trouble remembering myself.
It's your turn now, honey.
You're not going to do... You
No.
got another main phase?
I'm
Anything
good.
you want to do?
Nope.
You shouldn't want to get a command point?
Yeah, I'm good. I already have 3.
Combat point, I mean?
I have 3.
Okay,
I'm
my
good.
turn.
But thank you, though, for asking.
Okay. Another one to use during the roll phase. See, I have gotten no
You haven't had
of all these
one
cards.
yet.
No upgrades. But you know what? I've been getting lucky with my dice,
Yes,
so
you
I'm not
have.
complaining.
I wouldn't either. You're doing great. Kicking my butt.
Okay. Here I go. I'm not going to sell any cards.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I can do this. Gain invisibility.
There you go. Just like that.
I deal 7 damage. It's defendable.
Okay.
So you get your kinetic energy.
Got it.
And you can defend against it.
And you got lucky. You only have to take 1 undefendable damage. I mean, undefendable damage.
Right, so I'm down to 29. And
Then you go to main phase again.
yeah, I'm not going to do anything else.
No.
So it's your turn.
All right. Take my combat point. Get my new card.
Well, you have another instant.
Yeah, but it's not. I already have my vibranium suit, so I don't have to worry about it right now.
Why don't you read what your vibranium suit does again? Because you could have spent that.
A player with this token may spend it to prevent 3 incoming damage.
So you may want to remember that because
Yeah.
you're getting low. You're down to 14.
That's all right.
Okay, what are we doing?
I'm just going to roll.
You're not going to sell any cards or anything.
Nope. Two, 5, 6. Where do I do this?
Maybe I had invincibility and I spent it. Yeah, because it couldn't have been webbed. I'm still just trying to remember if we played that right. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to do this stealth strike, but I'm also going to do this attack modifier.
Okay, can I see the card, please?
Sure.
So this is a card that Julie's playing, and I haven't seen this before. She's going to roll a die.
5 dice.
Oh, wow. I like how much damage she can add in.
Mm-hmm.
For every slash. It's a slash?
Yep.
Okay. All right, roll the 5 dice.
I'm going to take my combat point down before I forget.
Yes, that,
Okay.
I would probably forget to do that.
So I wanted to do it first. Oh, you guys so darn lucky.
You only added 1?
Yes, you only take 4.
So
God,
it's
that was
what? 3
poopy.
plus 1 is undefendable, right?
Yep.
And you only have 1 kinetic energy.
Yeah. So it's only 4. They did not
4.
roll well.
I'm going to use my invisibility.
All right. Well, you don't take anything then.
No. I can activate my defense.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do a counterpunch again.
All right.
and hit you for 1 undefendable. So you did 4 to me, and I did 1 to you.
Sounds good.
Okay, anything you want to do? Want to sell anything?
This. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that card.
You have 4 combat points?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
All you, honey. Did you get your combat point?
I need to do that.
Thank goodness you have me here.
Yes. You help each other.
Look, you
remember.
finally got one. Yay.
If I get 4 of a kind, I get a combo. So I will do this. It is 2 combat points, so I can get a combo with my punches now.
Nice.
Do I want to sell something?
I don't know, my love.
I'm going to sell this. No, I'm going to keep them.
Yeah, okay.
Right, here I go.
All right. Oh, there you go.
I'm going for the ultimate again.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you can change the dice, though, can't you?
I don't have a way to do it.
Oh, darn.
Well, I can. A chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt up to 5 dice. Costs 1, though. I can reroll up to 2 dice. Can be the same die twice in a roll or 2 different dice. Okay. I am going to do that. I'll spin it to 0. I go down to 0. Here we go. First roll. Second roll. It didn't matter. Okay, so I gain invisibility. I deal 7 undefendable damage, but you'd still get a kinetic energy.
7?
Mm-hmm. Down to 7.
No, it wouldn't be down to 6.
You were at 13?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 14. You're down to 6.
6.
My mistake.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
That was good, honey.
It's main phase again.
Yep.
I will sell a card,
Okay.
just in case I need to defend.
Sure. Yeah, that's why I wanted to keep stuff.
And I am done.
All
And
right.
I do have an invisibility again. Your turn. Hang on, let me see something, please.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so you have 2 kinetic energy, huh?
I do.
No.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this and take that away from you.
Okay, so you forgot to do that. That's fine. Usually you do that before you roll, but that's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind.
And
So just so you know, people watching, Julia had to do this before she rolled because that's a main phase action.
yeah,
But
I kind of messed up, guys. Sorry.
it's okay. This is not a tournament. I don't mind.
Oh, thank you. All right, and I'm going to do 7 defendable damage to you.
7 defendable, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep on punching back because that's
Okay.
how Spider-Man is.
Yeah?
He just wants to...
Hit back.
So do 2 undefendable damage.
2?
You did 7, right?
But I'm going to use my suit so I don't take anything.
Okay, that's smart. So I'm down to 18.
Nice. I'm at 6. And I'm actually...
Anything else you're going to do?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, I go up a combat point.
Okay.
I get a card.
Yeah, you do.
Might as well upgrade. Ensnare.
Sure.
So this makes my straights and small straights better. I can get webbed.
Oh, wow. You do more damage as well,
Yeah.
honey?
Yep.
Good for you.
Might as well use it because I don't have
Heck
any
yeah.
cards here that I need to spend that are going to affect my dice roll.
Right.
Otherwise I would have kept it back. And I don't have invisibility, so he took that away from me.
I have to slow you down.
I can get a combo of 4 of a kind. Okay, I'll try for it.
Oh, you almost got it. Oh, so
Got 3 of a
close.
kind. But hey, I got 4 of them. I do 6 damage. I cannot modify it with any cards. Do you have a way to stop it?
No.
You don't have anything
Oh, wait.
here.
Change the value of 2 dice. I might as well do it
Otherwise,
now.
you're going to lose. How much does that card cost?
3.
Okay.
Takes me down to 1.
So, Julie would like to have saved this for an ultimate attack.
Yeah.
She's going to change the values of any 2 dice. Now, let me help you do that. Because you may change the value into something that makes my attack better.
Now I'm going to do a spider.
You do a spider.
And then, wait, that's mine. Where's my card? That's my card.
Oh, yeah.
I have to see how many dice again?
2.
2.
And then you would want to do another web.
Yeah. There.
So, I cannot... Oops. I could do this. You're going to have to actually change it into a 1 probably, honey. Because here I'm going to be dealing... I can kill you here with the spider reflexes.
Well,
Here
okay,
I only do
honey.
5 damage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't want you to... I mean...
Okay, look. If you change that to a web, I get this, and I can defeat
That's
you.
okay.
So yeah, so you change one of them, and so I do 5 damage, and so you're still alive. You have 1 point left. So that was good. You survived. And did you get your kinetic energy?
Yeah. I don't mind dying, honey. It's going to happen eventually here.
Well, no, you get to survive another day. All right, so I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, you get to defend. It's defendable. You get to hit me back.
Okay.
And did you get your kinetic energy?
I did. I only hit you once.
Okay, well, it still matters.
Yeah.
So I do. I'm down to 17.
Okay.
So what'd you
Might
get?
as well go ahead and do this.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Six. 2 of those. 2 of those. And get another 5. I did. Okay.
What are you doing to me?
I'm going to deal 6 defendable damage.
Okay.
I'm going to roll 3 dice. And I add 1 for every slash. So it's only 1. So
So that's 7.
7, 8.
Okay.
And then on the vibranium, I gain 2 kinetic energy.
Okay, so you actually did 9 damage.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you did 9.
And I also... That's it, yeah.
I went down to 9. Is it undefendable?
No, it's defendable.
It's a defendable? Okay, well, I'm going to punch you back.
Okay.
Now, I could do my spider sense and try to reduce it by half, but I'm just trying to beat you up. So I do 1 undefendable damage, and that's it.
Told you.
But look, you did a pretty good job of getting me back.
Yeah.
I got back down to 9.
Oh, that was fun. I had a good time.
So hopefully I did that one attack properly.
I'm
that
sure
one
you
time.
did, sweetie.
But even then,
And if you didn't, it's okay.
I had enough defense and life left.
Yeah.
So it might have been closer if I messed up.
Oh, it's all right. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Like you said, it's not a tournament.
Okay, well that's, if we wanted to rewind it and watch it, we could settle that, but that's the way it goes.
It's okay.
So please check out our review, and we also did Santa versus Krampus as well, if you want to check out that set.
Yep. Thanks so
Thanks
much
for
for
watching.
playing along with us, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.